Hey, welcome back to the Fantasy 15. It's season 2 of our fantasy football podcast, and I'm joined by Ryan Jones and Mark Anderson. Ryan, Mark, how are we doing tonight? Who wants to go
Just
first?
excited for football season, man. Finally here.
I'm ready. I've already had 2 drafts, and I was like, well, it's way too early. We haven't even hit cut
Uh,
down yet. But
we can't. I can't hear Mark.
can you hear me, Steve?
Yeah, I can hear Mark.
Okay.
You can. I can't.
You can't hear Mark. That's weird.
Yeah.
You could before though, right?
Yeah.
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 Yeah. You might just have to disconnect and then reconnect back up.
Yeah. Let me try that.
Kind of weird. But guys, Fantasy 15, it's a new season for us. I'm really excited. I know Ryan and Mark are as well too. And not only are we having another season where we have our weekly podcasts with you guys, but we're here to answer your sit, start, trade questions all throughout the year. And I know Ryan and Mark are going to be helping me throughout the year, not only with articles, and then we've added a new writer, Trevor. Trevor's going to be helping us as well too with our website. So if you haven't checked it out, make sure that you're following us not only on X, YouTube, Spotify, TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook, but then also go ahead and check out fantasy15football.com. So we have some cool features over on Fantasy 15 that I'll feature throughout the show as well. But I just want to go ahead and add this real quick. Let's take a look at it. Our website, it has been absolutely transformed to where not only do we have your draft kit available for you guys to download, and all you have to do is go ahead and go download our cheat sheet. It'll help you for your fantasy football draft and help you get prepared. But not only that, Mark, you really have been the individual that helped put this all together and did put this all together. And that has been our live rankings that we will be featuring throughout the season for each week. So as we get into them, they're not set up for week 1 yet. As you can see, they're set for week 0. But you can filter, and this does work for your cell phone as well too. So it's cell phone compatible for all mobile devices. A tight end, kicker, defense, it's all on there, guys. And you can go ahead and get your rankings really quick for your phone, set your lineup. And Ryan, Mark, myself, and Trevor, we're really excited to bring this to you guys. And so it's now going to be live weekly rankings all on fantasy15football.com. Really exciting stuff. Also, make sure that you check out our Fantasy 15 fan chat. So you can go ahead, jump in here and talk with us and other fantasy football managers. We want you guys to come in here and collaborate and start conversations with each other. So really exciting stuff going on at Fantasy 15. And I think we're going to keep adding some stuff here as we go, as we're able to keep up with this. And guys, we now have live rankings on our website. Really exciting stuff. And Mark, big congrats. And thanks to you for helping to put all that together. Really,
that was fun building it. But that's what happens when you're a computer geek like me. You enjoy doing stuff like that.
Yeah, it's going to be exciting stuff. And I know, Ryan, you've seen a little bit of it. And
computer geek like me, you enjoy doing stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm hearing a little bit of feedback somehow. And I don't know if that's from Ryan's headphones or what it is.
Yeah, I don't know. But, preseason for all of us, I guess. I'm trying to figure out why I can't hear Mark.
We'll work out the kinks.
I can hear you just fine.
This is why we have preseason.
I think Mark can hear me, right?
Yep.
Yeah. I don't know.
So guys, how many fantasy football leagues, Ryan, are you in so far? Or how many do you plan to be in before the start of the season?
Yeah, for me, it's 3. I do my Dynasty league. I have a league that I've been in with a group of 8 to 10 guys since 2010. So we're going on 16 years now that we've been running that league. That's a day that we put aside. All of us get together the way that fantasy should be. Everybody, it's always Labor Day weekend. Everybody knows that day's marked on their calendar, and we get together. We figure out some way to determine draft order. This year we decided that we're racing go-karts at a go-kart track here in Fort Myers. And
Pretty cool.
yeah, we're gonna race some go-karts and see who can come out with the fastest time to determine our draft order this year. So should be good times.
Mark, how about you?
I've got 4 this year. Well, actually, a 5th one. I just added a Dynasty league for the first time. So we did a Dynasty kickoff this year. My one league, we just figured out this is year 20 with us. So like Ryan, ours is 20. And we're doing the fun of some AI stats. Again, being the computer geek that I am, did some AI stats and realized I've been in the top 13 of the 19 years. So I told him, I was like, I got to keep that going because that's one of my most successful leagues.
Well, I'm trying not to extend myself too far, but I'm in quite a few leagues. So I got actually 2 pickup leagues, and one of them I'm actually going to feature and open up not only for us, but then also any of our followers. So I actually have a link that I'm going to go ahead and put in the chat, and I'll do this, until the start of the season, of course. But if anyone would like to jump in, I'm going to go ahead, and I don't know if there's an easier way of doing this, but there is the invite link. And all you got to do is click on the link, and it's free to join. Or copy and paste it into your browser if it's not allowing you to click it. So it should be on there.
Everybody click it, share it, tell your friends. All Vikings fans, let's get in.
And Ryan, I haven't made a giveaway prize for it yet, but I'll come up with something. So that'll be something cool for just anyone to get in, and we'll see where it goes by year's end. So that's just a league where basically all you got to do is set who's going to win the game all throughout the season. So we'll be able to do a pick 'em. We'll highlight on the show the standings as we go out throughout the year, and then exciting next Wednesday we're actually going to be doing a live snake draft. So we got a 12-team league. Snake draft that Mark and Ryan and myself, we're all 3 are in, and Trevor as well, who's not with us right now, but he's also in there too. And then we have all the way from different social media podcast hosts to just other fantasy football fans that are in there too. So it's going to be quite the mix, and I think it's going to be a fun season next week. And we have a fun way of actually selecting individuals in the draft order that we're going to be doing. So it's going to be a random draft selection before we kick off. So no one's going to know exactly when we're going to be doing. I suppose we probably should set that. Should we set it the night of, so you don't know what order you're going to do that? Or maybe that's something that we should do maybe the Monday of. What do you think, Ryan? Mark?
I like the night of. Just
night of?
Yeah. I'm kind of with Mark. Night of.
Yeah, well, we're going to do it live. So, it's going to be, everyone's going to have an opportunity. No one's going to be at a disadvantage. And then, again, we're going to try to do a mock draft yet tonight and kind of highlight, what our thoughts are for certain picks as we go through them. There's no right or wrong reason right now, because obviously what I plan on doing is basically we're just going to take turns picking, and that's going to basically be our team. So as we go down, there's 3 of us, so we'll have an opportunity to go ahead and each have a pick throughout there. But we're going to go through and set those teams, and then just how we would set up our teams just through 3 rounds. I get it. There's different strategies for it.
Right.
But we'll take a look at that and some sleepers yet tonight. But what are you guys most excited for the fantasy football season? Like I said, I'm trying to extend myself too thin. I got 2 pick'em leagues. I got 4 regular draft leagues. One's a dynasty out of those 4. And then I'm actually in a 60-team college football
that's fun.
Football league.
Who's your quarterback?
So my quarterback is Julian Sayin in the college. Yep. So
I like it.
Guess who my wide receiver is?
Wide receiver, Malachi Tony.
I have Jeremiah Smith.
Makes sense. That's nice.
So that's the combo that I'm hoping carries me to the money. So we'll see where it goes from there. All right, guys.
Preseason number 1.
We're going to try to kick it off with just talking through different sleepers that we maybe like. And, again, we haven't seen this. There's still another preseason game, but mostly a lot of the starters are not going to play in this game. But what I want to get a feel of is what sleepers you guys possibly like to play in the upcoming games. And I'm just going to go ahead and move us over a little bit. And fantasy sleepers, Mark, maybe 3 sleeper picks, or even just try to give me one individual that you think is just a good sleeper pick that you kind of like this year, and maybe a why.
I'm actually looking at Trey Tucker. Not many people know, right? But he is the wide receiver 1. Granted, it's the Raiders, right? But you're looking at it as like by the time you get to that 8th, 9th round, there's a wide receiver 1 sitting there. And the drafts I've done, the mock drafts I've looked at, he's been sitting there in 8, 9, 10 round, 8th, 9th, or 10th round.
Absolutely.
And so that is one that I'm starting to pick up. Like, all right, I'm gonna start, grabbing this when you're out there. You're like, man, I'm in the dregs of this. Like, hey, there's a wide receiver 1 sitting there.
That's a pretty good one.
That's a good one.
Do you have another one that you want to go with, or Ryan, do you have a sleeper that you kind of like this year?
I mean, I guess like, what would our definition of sleeper be? Like, because I do have a guy who maybe, I don't know that, I think that by end of year, you're going to be able to get him in a early-ish round, but his value is going to be a lot higher by the end of the year.
Sure.
I really like Ibuka this year in Tampa. I think Emeka Ibuka, he's usually going in the mid 5th round, but I think it'll be 2nd, 3rd round value out of him easily. I think he's going to have a hell of a year this year, especially if he stays healthy.
I like that pick too.
No one's going with Deshaun Watson. Nobody.
I mean, if we're
that's
talking,
to fall asleep while watching him.
Yeah, right. Exactly. I mean, if you're talking quarterbacks, I mean, it's Kyler Murray, right? Let's be honest. Not to be a homer pick, but that's the guy that you're going to be able to get as your 2nd string quarterback who has opportunity to finish the season in the top 10.
Absolutely.
Yeah. No, I really can't. I really can't go against that one. One sleeper for me that I feel like people are maybe down on, but has an opportunity to really have a lot of value, is if he can stay healthy, that is. And that's Christian Watson. Now, as a Vikings fan, that may be a swear word, but if you look at what Christian Watson has been able to do when he's healthy, he's a player for me where he's the number 1 wide receiver on that team, not Matthew Golden, who only caught 1 touchdown last year. Now that we've cleared out some room in that wide receiver room, Christian Watson's going to be getting even more targets and more opportunities. And I just really like Christian Watson. I think that Jordan Love is, again, Vikings fans, is a little bit underrated. I know we like to give Jordan Love a little bit of a hard time. But I think with a healthy wide receiver in, Matthew Golden's going to be asked to do more this year too. And I do think that his numbers will be up. But Christian Watson, for sure, if he can stay healthy in this offense, he's a touchdown machine. And he has shown that. So I really like Christian Watson this year.
Yeah, I stay away from him because of the health.
Yeah,
the health is one where I think that's why. Just like what you said, people tend to stay away from him. So you can get him in the later rounds. And again, if he's healthy, he's absolutely a potential banger.
Yeah,
for you guys in like mid rounds where you can go get a Christian Watson.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, my only fear. Well, I mean, he's definitely worth a later round pick because, like you said, he's wide receiver 1, and he's fallen because of health, but also he doesn't have very good hands, so that's one thing that you worry about with him too.
Now I'm gonna go back to back just because I have his picture up there. Jadarian Price.
Yeah.
And I think that that's maybe not a hot take, is Jadarian Price. You know, he's the number one
Sure.
running back there. But that is a team that likes to run the ball. Yes, do they have wide receivers? But they like to run the ball. And with no Zach Charbonnet and with Kenneth Walker departing to Kansas City, I think that is absolutely a spot where he's going to be at least, let's say, the first 8-9 weeks of the season. He's going to be the bell cow for that Seattle team. I really like Jadarian Price. If you can get him, you know, he's going to be one of the things when you got to look at running backs is there's a lot of teams that are sharing
Yeah.
the starting duties. You know, you got your running back 1 and 2.
Mhm.
I really like getting those top where you know they're going to get the majority of the carries, and someone like a Jadarian Price where he's a 3-down back.
Right.
You know, and especially if you're in PPR leagues.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, I think that honestly, he's looked pretty good too so far. So I think Jadarian Price. I kind of like the move of New Orleans picking up ETN too. I think he has potential to kind of make his way into the top 15 of running backs this year. So he might be worth some value in those rounds, like 7.
So I actually cover now for heavy.com. I actually cover the New Orleans Saints. So that's one of the teams I've been writing on, and they have been having trouble. You know, Alvin Kamara is going to be out for the first, you know, probably at least 3 games.
Right.
He's possibly going to miss. And then you had Devin Neal go down with a hamstring injury as well. And then for the Vikings, they actually had Ty Chandler go down with a knee injury. So they've had some running back health issues. So at least early on for the first 3 games, you are going to see ETN get the bell cow carries. Now, and when he signed that 4-year deal, it looked really good. And then this, you know, everyone thought Kamara was gone, and then they brought him back. That's the only thing that concerns me a little bit with ETN later in the season is how much, but Kamara has definitely fallen off. But how much does he get? I guess that's one thing we just don't know. But yeah, I mean, I do like ETN for sure.
Yeah, in the Dynasty League, I drafted ETN, and then the next day they signed Kamara. Like, of course. But then but then he got hurt, and I went, ooh, okay. I don't want it to get anybody to get hurt, but at the same time, like, oh, it helps my team. Okay.
Right. What about busts? Who do you think is going to be a bust this year?
If I had to look at someone that I thought was going to be a bust, that honestly, I don't like Malik Willis, just for the fact that he lost Jalen Waddle. He's not going to have the weapons in that offense that's going to help him be successful. Defenses are going to be able to key in on him running the ball or Achane, and I think that really worries me. I think Achane, his numbers, I think, take a hit as well too by not having wide receivers that are going to be able to stretch the field. So those are ones. I don't think Achane's a bust. Malik Willis, I do think is a little bit tricky without having a premier wide receiver to help him with weapons on that team.
I actually had Dulcich as a tight end sleeper as his safety. You're right, just that safety net for Willis.
Sure.
If nothing else is open, he could be there as that guy that just in a PPR league. Just may not get a lot of touchdowns or anything, but may get the receiving, just the catches out of it.
Yeah. I have one to throw at you who I don't know if you consider him a bust based on where he's getting drafted, but Bucky Irvin. I do not like Bucky Irvin this year at all. With Tampa picking up Gainwell, I think he's going to take a lot of touches away from him. Also, if you really break down his yards after contact and averages last year, he really wasn't all that impressive.
Not to mention, Gainwell has great hands.
Yeah.
So on third down type receiving plays, Kenneth Gainwell, I think, is probably your third down running back.
Yeah, I agree.
What do you guys think about, being that we're talking about busts? I'll bring it up just because it's out there. Kyler Murray. Okay, we're Vikings fans. So what are the fantasy prospects you think with Kyler Murray? Now, the ceiling is high because he's got tons of weapons. But, let's just say you're a Viking fan and you like drafting some Vikings. And if you have the opportunity in late rounds to pick up a Kyler Murray who does use his legs, are you nervous about picking up Kyler Murray here? Or is he, he's definitely, for me, I think he's maybe that second quarterback I maybe pick up and I like to stash because of the high ceiling.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, there's definitely 12 quarterbacks that you take before Kyler Murray in your fantasy draft. So I don't think that you're picking him up with your QB1, unless you really go heavy on position and you miss your chance, and that's your guy later. I mean, him being on a league minimum contract with the Vikings, obviously getting paid from Arizona, he understands what this year means to him. If he performs and puts out, he's looking at a Sam Darnold type contract after this season, right? Because that's literally what happened with Sam Darnold. Signed a $100 million contract after having a career year with the Vikings. So Kyler Murray understands that opportunity, and I'm sure his agent has made it clear to him the opportunity that's in front of him. On the flip side, with the Vikings, it's a win-win, right? If Kyler Murray ends up not being the guy, well, you put in JJ McCarthy, who half the fan base wants to see anyway. And then you really find out what happens, and then you know what you're going into this offseason looking like. Otherwise, Kyler Murray balls out, and you're in the playoffs, and you have a chance to compete for a Super Bowl. So what do you got to lose as the Vikings? If you're the Vikings, I mean, his potential's there. You've seen him have incredible years. He's going to be in the best position he's ever, best team, all around team he's had.
Yes.
Fantasy, going back to fantasy wise, absolutely take a flyer on him. I mean, it's a QB2 shot. What roster spot are you really giving up by drafting a guy like that? I mean, I would say, 12th round or later, like there's no reason not to give it a go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my only concern is just like, we talked about with Watson. Can he stay healthy? Right? If he has to scramble around, scramble for his life, there goes an ankle, there goes a knee.
Right.
That's my only concern about a bust is the injury. He can stay healthy. I actually absolutely see him as a sleeper top 10 quarterback.
Yeah.
All right, guys. You want to do a mock draft here?
Let's do it.
All right. What we're going to do is this may be a little bit tricky, but I'm going to go ahead.
Excuse me.
We're going to jump into the mock draft now. We're going to do 3 rounds. I'm going to bring up my screen. That way you guys can see, basically I'm going to assign you guys roster spots, and you'll get to choose that. We'll do a quick, we'll actually just go from left to right. So as I'm looking, Mark, you get the number 1 pick. I'll take 2.
That
and
never
Ryan,
happens.
you'll take 3.
Perfect.
And we'll just do that. That's probably the easier way to see who's actually going to be picking here. So let me go ahead and share my screen. You guys should be able to see this, right?
Nothing yet. All black for me.
Oh, sorry. Let me. I just need to share it in. There we go.
There we go.
All right, so we're gonna do 3 rounds. Mark, you get the first pick. Whenever you or Ryan are on the clock, you just tell me where to drive.
I am taking Bijan Robinson, number 1.
Okay, and why? Just a quick why, and we can move on to the next pick.
I just like him better. I like his options in Atlanta. There's not many other people out there. for Atlanta. You've got a few other people out there. I just see him doing better than Gibbs this year.
Is it going to let me do all of these? I want to. Perhaps it won't let me do that. Can I invite you guys in here? I can. All right. Here, let's do this. I'm going to send this to you guys in chat, in the private chat.
Private, super secret chat.
Super secret chat. I want you guys to go ahead and join the mock draft. You can drive your own. It looks like, I'll let Mark do team, and maybe we'll do a full draft. We'll see, because it doesn't look like it's going to let me do the.
Where I see the picks, but I don't.
So I'm third.
There we go.
Bang.
All right, there we go.
I think that's all it's going to let us do. It won't let us claim others on here, so that's fine. We can do this and kind of see how things play out, and then kind of comment on it as well. All right. So Mark's on the clock.
Where's the Bijan, which I already took? So
now for me, this makes it really easy. Jahmyr Gibbs is left on the board. Got to take him. I definitely think with the departure of Montgomery, Jahmyr Gibbs is going to get more carries inside the red zone or goal line carries. And, of course, he's always going to get his in the pass game as well, too. So I'm going to go ahead and take Jahmyr Gibbs.
Yeah, I mean, I think those are the clear-cut 1 and 2.
Mm-hmm.
Then when you're looking at the board, for me, I know Sleeper has Josh Allen up there. I never go quarterback first. I just don't believe in it.
I agree.
And so for me, it breaks down to the 3 wide receivers: Chase, Puka, or JSN. And I hate all the offseason, off the field stuff that I saw out of Puka, so I go Chase.
You got it. I was going to say, there we go. So Josh Allen goes off the board. Taylor, Nakua, McCaffrey, JSN. All right. So some quarterbacks coming off early. And again, I don't know how realistic this will actually be in a lot of drafts. There are a lot of people that tend to wait.
Sure.
But you have seen Barkley, Cook, McCaffrey, Genty, Walker, Taylor, Brown, a run on running backs for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Seeing that quarterbacks and running backs have really came off the board, what's your strategy and your mind thought right here, Ryan?
So it's tough if your first pick was a wide receiver and you don't have a running back, you're kind of handcuffed right there. Fortunately for me, I am very high on Omari and Hampton this year. McDonald coming in as offensive coordinator. I love the upside that he has. I understand they already had an injury on the offensive line, but it's an easy choice for me. I already drafted a receiver. I'm going Hampton as my RB1.
Yeah, that's a good pick. I mean, I'd like I had said before, there's only a handful of running back ones in the league. Yeah. So trying to get your hands on them early is definitely a thing.
Yeah.
I know this is probably going to come off as maybe a weird pick, but when I take a look at who's kind of left in these different spots here, man. I have Derrick Henry that's just kind of staring at me, and I got to go Derrick Henry here.
Okay. I mean, I feel like people doubt him every year, and every year he puts up crazy numbers. So.
Yep. Now I got an interesting choice here.
Yeah, you do. The good news is you get 2.
Right. Back to back here. I like Drake London, but I don't want to go Falcon. As much as I want. So I'm actually going to I'm going to go George Pickens.
Okay. All right. Interesting.
I think I'm just going to go a little bit off the board there. AJ Brown, I like. And you know what? I'm going to take him right now. I'm just going to receiver there.
I like AJ Brown this year, especially with Drake May there. I think that's a really good pairing. They have a good running game with Trey, and then also Ramondre Stevenson. Sounds like they're going to be sharing Travion and Ramondre are going to be sharing carries. So again, another one of those sharing carries type situations that I actually hate. So what I'm looking at here is I have the opportunity to get a true number one at a position, and I can't let him go off the board. I'm actually going to go Trey McBride here.
I looked at him instead of AJ Brown. I was back and forth.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that if you didn't take him, I was taking him just because he is tight end one every year for everybody in fantasy this year. Fortunately, I think Brock Bowers is going to be just as good this year, so I'm going to take Bowers.
I think that's a great pick. It's just you have an opportunity. There's been a run, so instead of taking somebody that's not, the best at their position,
sure,
we're able to get some top players. I like it.
It's always interesting. Those two teams
look at
2 quarterbacks each. Sorry.
Yeah. No, you're good. You're good. Like Malik Neighbors going 11th round 3.
Round 3.
11th in the 3rd round, and I don't know, man. He's looked all the way back in preseason this year from everything that I've seen out of Giants camp. I think Malik Neighbors has a big bounce back. But my pick. And I have a nice little roundup of players so far with a receiver, running back, and a tight end. So I could almost go in any direction here. I do think we're going to see a Josh Jacobs suspension. It may not be to start the year, but at some point, I feel like there'll probably be a Josh Jacobs suspension. I already told you how I feel about Bucky Irvin, so I'm not going running back here. I can't go tight end again. And when you look at sleeper rankings, that's kind of who's left. But you look over at the Eagles and you're like, okay, they got a new offensive coordinator, and Devontae Smith is wide receiver 1 going into the season at the very least. They got the rookie, Mekhi Lemon, but I think you got to go Devontae Smith. I think there's great value in the 4th round, end of the 4th round. So
I'm going to switch it up a little bit. I already have my 2 running backs. I got a tight end. I have to go wide receiver, I feel, at this position.
Sure.
And I think Geno Smith is actually going to do something great for Garrett Wilson. And I think Garrett Wilson, again, this is something where, he's healthy this year, and I think he has somebody that can actually get him the ball. And I actually like Garrett Wilson here.
Heck yeah.
Well, we talked about ETN, so I got to take him here.
Sure.
I think in the 4th round, I'll take him in the 4th round spot.
So you got your 2 running backs, you got your 2 starting wide receivers, and again, it depends on the format that you're in.
Right.
Okay?
Yep.
So the format that we have, you got, at least in this one, you can go a couple different ways.
And then with the flex, I'm going to go with Amika. We already talked about him earlier. Both of those guys, like, all right, I'm gonna go grab them while I can.
Yep.
There's not a whole lot of running backs that I really, 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 really love that are left, but for sure, Josh Jacobs is in there. He's in that mix.
I just worry about that suspension.
I know, right? He's in that mix. I still need wide receivers, though, too.
Well,
there's
a couple number 1s still available.
I know. I am a little bit worried, if Jalen Waddle and Cortland Sutton, what that looks like. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and pull the trigger. I'm going to go Jalen Waddle.
There you go. For me, you guys each have 2 running backs. I only have 1. I got a long ways to wait if I want to try to get another running back. There's a couple decent ones out there. I do like Javonte Williams. I mean, the
Mhm.
Giants or the Giants, the Cowboys like to give him the ball in the red zone. He gets touches around the goal line, and his utilization rate is high enough where I think he's worth a pick here. So I'm going Williams. Team 5 took Bucky Irvin. Suckers. There's a run on quarterbacks. There goes Scatterbro. Judkins. And we're back. All right. Well, see, I don't know how your guys' leagues generally draft, but in these mock drafts, I understand it's mock, so the computer
Mhm.
system decides a lot. But generally, I never see this many quarterbacks drafted that
No,
early. Like
Correct.
it's
no.
crazy. So like if I look at it right now, like if a guy like Jaden Daniels or Joe Burrow's available, I kind of like him here. Um, Maybe even Justin. It might be a little early for him, um, I may consider quarterback here. This being a mock draft, and I'm just going to pretend that quarterbacks aren't even around, so who cares? And so I'm going to stick with position players here. Having said that, DJ Moore going to Buffalo gives Josh Allen that number one and a weapon in
Mhm.
Buffalo that I think is going to be an exciting tandem. So I take DJ Moore.
And typically around like the 5th, 6th round, this is maybe where I'm starting to think about a quarterback.
Right,
And
exactly.
and yeah, they're usually not off the board like this,
I mean,
especially one team taking 2.
there's like
6 teams.
15.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
How many quarterbacks are already taken? There's like
Mhm.
15 quarterbacks off the board.
2,
One.
4, 6.
But just for the sake of what it is and who's available, the one I like the best out of here is Jordan Love.
Sure.
All
That's a
right.
19th QB 19. Like, what do we do? That just doesn't happen.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, here's another one of those boomer bust guys. So I'm gonna take Jamison Williams here. He's got upside if he can get in there. And then I'm gonna do the same thing and grab my quarterback here. And
We'll make this our last round, and we're actually going to remock. And I want to put us towards the middle last, and I'm going to spread us out.
Okay.
Yep. All right. Well, then I'll take Kyler. What the heck? I'm going to go with he's going to have a great year.
How dare you?
That's how you know you have a good draft.
So
since this is our last round, I'm not even going to take a quarterback.
So I'm going to go with Jadarian Price. My sleeper's here. I'm going to go ahead and take him.
There you go. If you were like you have to have a quarterback, I would take Baker, but since you never made that rule, I'm not going to.
Well, no rules. No rules with this.
And I am going to go with you know what? I think I really like. Actually, I don't like any of these guys. Let's go Mike Evans. Why not?
So I do like the Mike Evans pick. I actually really like Brock Purdy this year.
Yeah, it's I just worry about the substation.
So let's just take a look at who we drafted first. We had Robinson, Gibbs, and Chase. That is if us three were picking. So that gives you an idea of maybe who's going to be off the board, top 3. Now, what really gets tricky is where no one really likes to draft is in the middle. So teams 5, 6, 7, 8 are really tough ones. So what I'm thinking is we do, team 5, Mark, if you want to take them. I'll take 7 if you want to take 9 on this next one. What we'll do is, so I'll send you a new link here, and we'll reset this up. And, yeah, we'll see we'll see what it looks like when we're having to pick from the middle. We're not getting close back-to-backs, and we're not getting the first people off the board, and how that maybe changes our strategy.
Can you somehow set a setting where they don't draft so many quarterbacks?
That's
I'm just
possible.
I'm kidding.
No, that's
That is very strange to see a mock draft, kind of do that with. Not really mock, but
let me.
You got to get live humans mock drafting.
Yeah.
How did I send you a? How did I do that now?
You probably
Invite
copied
league
the
dates.
URL.
There we go. All right, let me send it in the studio chat.
Super secrets chat.
All right, that was
we'll
team
go ahead
5.
and do this up. Yep, you'll take team 5. I'll take team 7.
Okay.
And then team 9 will go to Ryan. And then we'll try this again.
Why do I got to take team 9?
Well, you can take.
I'm just kidding.
I mean,
just
this is only a 10-teamer, so I mean that does
okay.
change things.
I like it. All right, I like pick 9 on a 10 team.
Draft settings. There we go. We'll change this to half PPR. Sorry, this changes to 12. Let's do that.
Oh man.
Yeah, it's not going to let me.
Yeah, no, I was just messing around.
That's all right. It's not going to let me say how aggressive I want it to be. All right. Well, let's see what it looks like on this one and see who the computer says is the first ones off the board. We see Gibbs, Chase, and Bijan. So at least the computer is saying
Puka.
Gibbs is maybe that first one. We see Puka come off the board. And then Mark, you're at pick 5. What's your strategy here and why?
Now that you kind of see this, being in the different, right? Those top 2 are gone on each one of those. McCaffrey always scares me with the injuries. So I'm kind of between Jonathan Taylor and JSN, or even Amon-Ra as my 3. But I'm going to go JSN here.
Okay. Being that it fell to me, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take Christian McCaffrey. I think he's definitely a running back if he stays healthy.
If he stays healthy, yeah.
He's the guy that can win your league. He's got Brock Purdy back. Sounds like Kittle might even be close to ready to start towards the front end of the season, which is kind of crazy. He's way ahead of schedule. And I think Mike Evans is a game changer for that offense too. It hurt with Ricky Pearsall going down, but again, I think those guys help the offense to where Christian McCaffrey maybe has a little bit more room to do his thing. CeeDee Lamb comes off the board before Ryan.
Yeah. Oh, man. All right. I really think that we're going to see a strong Saquon year this year, as much as I just don't like the Eagles. O-line is looking healthy as ever, and new offense coming in. I think they're going to open it up a little bit for Hurts to show what he was capable of when they won the Super Bowl, which will open up that running game and give Saquon a chance at having a great year. So I'll go Saquon. There goes Hampton. Man, I was really hoping Hampton would be there. Excuse me. All right. Okay.
What are we thinking here?
Yeah, for me, it's like, hey, you were 2 staple running backs. I mean, it's pretty easy for me. I'm going Derrick Henry, and I'm going to pair up Saquon Barkley with Derrick Henry. Bring me back 3 years ago. Let's go.
All right. Well, I have a different situation here now that I saw Brown go off the board. Chase Brown was a target of mine. I thought he was really going to have a great year. I do like the strategy of taking top players at their position, and I think the number 1 running backs that are left, I like Kenneth Walker. I think Kenneth Walker is going to have a strong season this year. He's one that I want to try to pair this season. I think he's going to be more of that bell cow in the Kansas City offense. So that being said, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get another starting running back off the board.
Yeah. The only thing that worries me is when you really look back at the Andy Reid, Patrick Mahomes era in Kansas City and who the running backs have been. And you look at Clyde Edwards-Helaire, you look at Kareem Hunt, you look at Isaiah Pacheco. I mean, none of them have really finished fantasy years out in the top 15, you know? They've never been like these outstanding running backs in that offense. So I know Kenneth Walker is fully capable of being an outstanding back. We saw him in the freaking Super Bowl.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't love the way that Kansas City uses the running backs.
I just don't think they've had the right back.
I mean, that very well could be the case.
You see when they're hurt and they had to use Kareem Hunt, he became a real bell cow and a fantasy boon there for a little while. And I'm hoping Kenneth Walker can be the same because he's kind of a 3-down guy.
Yeah.
So Trey McBride came off in the second round here right before you, Mark.
Yep.
What do you do here?
I was actually looking at him right here. So kind of like last time, I'm going to go with AJ Brown here. I think he's going to, with Drake May, really do well.
See, I don't hate Josh Allen as the 11th pick in the second round.
No.
Like, that's a reasonable spot for a quarterback to go, for the first quarterback, you know?
And you notice this one, luckily, doesn't have the crazy number of quarterbacks coming off the board.
Right.
Yeah. Bowers is gone. I missed that one. Sorry, when I was looking at something else. I don't really care for a lot of the top running backs that are sitting right here, but I kind of need one. I'm still gonna go rely on ETN. I'm gonna keep with those couple of picks.
I kind of like it. I like it.
I do think I need to go out and get a number 1 wide receiver here. And
you got two staring at you.
I'm with you. I really think just the potential that Malik Neighbors showed in his one healthy season.
Oh man, your Saints crowd is gonna really.
Well, you know what the heart wants, what the heart wants, and what I want is a championship. I'm going with Malik Neighbors here.
I was really trying to talk you out of that.
I know.
I don't care though. I think I like Tyler Shunk a lot. I think he showed a lot last year, and he's a fully capable quarterback. And I kind of like what I'm seeing out of the Saints this year. I think they're really going to make a push in the South. And
Jordan Tyson hurt, losing him.
Yeah. So give me Olave. I like it.
Olave is going to get. We saw what happened last year, and Olave got a bulk of receptions, especially once injuries and the trade happened.
Yeah. How about Rashad Bateman and how good he's looked in camp so far for the Ravens? A healthy Bateman and Zay Flowers might be pretty exciting for the Ravens this year, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Having said that, I'm going to Buka because I told you I love him this year.
I was hoping he'd drop to me so I could pick him in both mocks.
The suspense, right?
You stole them from me this time. I stole them from you last time.
That's right. And there, Lamar Jackson went. That's in the 4th round. So this is more normal of how I see most drafts go with a quarterback.
I think Colston Loveland's sitting on a big season. He's gonna be my number 3 tight end coming off the board for the Bears.
The Bears.
He looked really good last year, and I just think he's sitting on a good season.
Yeah, I mean, I'm with you.
Yep.
T. Higgins comes off right before you, Mark.
Yep.
What's your thought process here? You have 2 receivers and a running back so far that you've drafted. You got JSN, AJ Brown, Travis Etienne. Are you looking at possibly trying to a tight end here or a wide receiver?
I'm actually kind of between the running backs and the tight ends. The quarterback is sort of there. But it's a flyer that I keep taking. And I'm going with Kyle Pitts here.
I love it.
I think he's just finally catching on. If
You know,
Tua can get him the ball.
You want to know a fun stat of Kyle Pitts? He scored the same number of touchdowns as he's been in the league every year. In year 1, he scored 1 touchdown. Year 2, 2 touchdowns, and 3 touchdowns, and 4 touchdowns. Like every year he's scored 1 more touchdown. If he's in the league for 15 years, I mean, he's a number 1 fantasy pick.
Yep. Well, I'm actually going to go quarterback here, and I'm going to take Joe Burrow.
Yeah, I like that. I like Burrow. I like Burrow. It's just it's only for someone who keeps bringing up is his health a concern. Taking Joe Burrow is awfully bold.
I know.
I hate that you did that to me.
That's the main reason.
I was staring him down for sure.
I did think about Drake May, pairing him with AJ Brown.
Mm-hmm.
I like the combo a lot of times, but sometimes it's like when they both have, they're both on bye, or they both have an off day. It can hurt.
I don't think a quarterback. I think I have to take a quarterback here. Just looking at this, and here's my thought process, guys. As I'm looking at this, I now have to wait 10 picks before I go again, and 4 of the teams need quarterbacks. So there's at least 4 guys that are coming up here. So if I want my guy that I think is going to be the man, I need to go get him. And guys, that's going all the way down to Matthew Stafford.
Whoa.
Matthew Stafford, if you remember last year, was a top fantasy option at quarterback. Because, again, he's got 2 main options at wide receiver again this year. And Matt Stafford, that's not changing.
The stupid computer took Tyler Warren. And I think with healthy Daniel Jones, Tyler Warren's going to have a great season. He was one of the I think he was top 5 tight ends before Daniel Jones went down.
I was between Warren and Pitts on my tight end choice there.
Yeah, I remember he was crushing it last year. All right. Well, I'm not worried about quarterbacks, so I'm taking DJ Moore again. I'm staying true to myself. I believe in DJ Moore this year. Oh, and look at that. Now I can take a quarterback. Really, the options are, I mean, you could go Hurts, Daniels, if you really want to go down and take Williams. But I like Jaden Daniels this year for a bounce back season. I mean, hopefully he stays healthy. I think he was a little banged up most of the season last year. That's why he didn't look that great. But I think Dan Quinn has a lot to prove this year. So I like Jaden Daniels a little more than Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts gives you the rushing touchdowns. So it was probably a mistake. I don't know.
So we look, and quarterbacks did come off the board. I was surprised Team 10 didn't take a quarterback here as the run starts, but Drake May we saw come off the board, Daniels and Hurts. So kind of what I thought. Now it's possible that Stafford, who was my guy, would have been there, but I don't know if Stafford would have been there. I don't know. It's possible Ryan would have taken him, and maybe my guy's not there. Now I got 2 starting running backs. I kind of really need a wide receiver here. And because I said that I think that he's going to have a really good year, and especially with Ricky Pearsall going down, Mike Evans, again, I think is going to be a touchdown machine this year with Brock Purdy.
I agree.
So Mike Evans is going to be my guy here.
Well, I've got the 2 receivers, but only 1 running back. I kind of need to look at that, but then I kind of go back and go, all right, what else is sitting out there that could be better, and would my running back still be there the next round? Because everybody else, Team 1 has 4 of them, So they're not going to take one in between. So
any of you guys that are watching, if you got comments or questions on any of these picks, make sure chime in, guys.
I'm going to go with Steve's sleeper of Christian Watson there. I know
I was really hoping he would be there on the way back.
This is that injury thing.
It is. It's a concern.
It is. So the running back that I was looking at actually fell to me. I know he's listed as questionable right now, and I probably shouldn't, but I'm going to take my flyer on Chuba Hubbard.
I don't hate it. So you don't really have a choice at this point,
right? And it's in round 7.
So there's a few running backs here now. When I take a look at it, Rico Dowdle, is he going to be the starter, or is Jalen Warren going to be the starter? And I think that's going to be another RB1, RB2 type situation.
And it's the same thing with Ramon Stevenson.
Stevenson's that way. RJ Harvey is going to be the same thing with Dobbins. Dobbins is actually, so I also cover the Broncos. Dobbins is listed on the depth chart as RB1.
Yeah, well, he's a better back. He's just talk about staying healthy. He's never stayed healthy.
Harvey is more of a receiving back, as far as in the Denver offense. Now, he can do both. Yeah. But with J.K. Dobbins there, J.K. is going to be the primary first and second down running back. So as I look at, same thing with Aaron Jones and Jordan Mason, that's RB1, RB2 type situations on here. But if I had to, with just what I'm looking at, it's hard for me not to go J.K. Dobbins here, just because there's not a whole lot of options left on the running back. I have 2 starters here, but if I have bye weeks or injuries to any of these guys, I need somebody who's going to be able to be a starting running back, and to me, that's J.K. Dobbins.
All right. I like it. There goes Ramondre. I need a tight end, and Tucker Kraft's right there. And so is George Kittle. I mean, if you look at Kraft last year, he was, very effective tight end.
Ryan, Kittle, if you get either of these guys in the 7th round, home run.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm just torn between which one because, Kittle, it's just the substation. I don't know. I can't do it. I got to go with Kraft. The substation freaks me out, man.
I think Kraft's sitting on a big year, too.
Yeah, I do, too.
I'll take the youth. Now
you can take Kittle right
now. I'm just going to take Kittle. Yeah. There you go.
Problem solved.
Problem solved.
All right. Now, when it comes back to me here, now I could do something here where, I could take another running back and kind of, stack my bets because JK is a RB1, RB2, and I could do something like that. But I do need more wide receiver help. I only have 2 wide receivers, so I want to go out and get another guy. This is an interesting one. Now, I saw that he went off the board here, didn't he? Is he still in here? No,
who's that?
He did go off the board. Marvin Harrison Jr.
He went off. Yeah, he went last round.
One could argue, is Michael Wilson the true wide receiver 1, or at least competing for it at this point?
I think you're going to see a pretty big year from Marvin Harrison this year.
Sure, but I think what we definitely saw was a pretty decent showing as well from Michael Wilson last year. But that being said,
Jacoby Brissett.
I've heard some really good things about KC Conception. Against maybe some better judgment, I'm going to go with Stephon Diggs here.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Just keep him away from your sister.
So my thought process real quick on Diggs is I really do like him in that offense. JD5, it gives him another option. I don't think that
you need to select him. You got 18 seconds.
I already did.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, it's on Mark now.
It's on me. I know we're kind of going that running back thing and back to back. I think Mason in that new running style, he's going to run it harder. I love Aaron Jones.
I think Mason's a better back.
I just think he's the better back, and I think he's going to have an outstanding year.
He's looked great. Seeing him at training camp, Jordan Mason's looked great. To be honest, Aaron Jones has looked good too. But I really think Jordan Mason, he's worked hard. He's lost a little bit of weight. He's now running in a system that he ran in San Francisco, so he's more familiar with it. So he's cut weight so he can be a little bit faster.
Yep.
I really like Jordan Mason this year.
Yeah, I do too.
I'm going to go back-to-back Vikings, and I'm going to take Jordan Addison.
All right. There goes
a little bit of a homer pick.
I like it. I mean, that late.
Yeah. I know, now you get it in these rounds, you're like,
I'm gonna go Michael Pittman. Pittman actually, I like the opportunity of Michael Pittman, Aaron Rodgers, DK Metcalf's out there too, but Michael Pittman, I mean, he basically has 2 number 1 wide receivers now. And I think just with DK running around, I think Michael Pittman's potentially seeing some better coverage, and he might get a little bit more opportunities.
All right. I'm really thin on running back. I mean, I got the 2 bell cows, and then it's pretty much nobody. So I really think it would behoove me to go running back here, which kind of leads me to some pretty slim picks. I think my best option will be Aaron Jones. I mean, he's probably not a guy you're going to often have in your starting lineup, but a guy that can produce somewhere between 8 and 12 points pretty consistently, just because the number of times he touches the ball and catches the ball out of the backfield. So.
We'll make this our last round here before we wrap it up.
Okay. A guy who looked really great last year, and an offense that was really coming into their own and really starting to could very well scare a lot of people in this upcoming year. Liam Cohen's boys out there in Duval, and give me Jacoby Myers, because I liked what he looked like in that offense. I know they have a plethora of weapons between him and Thomas and Hunter and everybody else, but still, I think he could be a pretty good option.
Now, I already have 3 wide receivers. I got 3 running backs. So this is really a luxury pick for me at this point. I really think I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get crazy with it. Mike Washington's here. We have some injury concerns with Ashton Genty. And I think I'm just going to, let's just say that thing doesn't heal right and he has problems throughout this year.
Sure.
I'm going to go Mike Washington on a flyer right here.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I think it's a good pick.
Yeah, I'm sitting at 3 running backs. I got 4 receivers. I'm just kind of sitting here going, well, like you said, where's my luxury at? I really need, and we talked about him, and it's Cleveland, but I'm gonna take the Casey Concepcion.
I've heard really good things out of camp.
Yeah, well, I don't know who's going to throw it to him, but
so just taking a look real quick at Mark's team. He was drafted 5th, and then what he ended up doing, we saw Gibbs, Chase, Robinson, and Nakua come off before him. He went JSN, followed up the second with AJ Brown, ETN, Pitts, Burrow, Watson, Chuba Hubbard, Mason, Addison, Concepcion. Myself, I ended up going Christian McCaffrey, Kenneth Walker, Neighbors, Loveland, Stafford, Evans, Dobbins, Diggs, Pittman, and then Mike Washington. And Ryan has Saquon, Henry, Olave, Ibuka, Moore, Daniels, and just amazing Kraft and Kittle there. I think you probably got some trade bait there with one of them, Jones and Myers. Yeah, so I mean, this just kind of gives you an idea of what it's going to look like. I always recommend doing mock drafts. I don't know how many mock drafts you guys do before you actually go into a draft, but I like to at least do
About
a
a billion.
few, you know, especially next Wednesday. We don't know where you're going to be drafting, so it's going to be something where you need to be prepared, and it's just getting an idea of where players' average draft position, how things may play out from different spots, and how you should shape your team. So something to keep an eye on. I really appreciate those of you that did tune in for showing up tonight, and of course Ryan and Mark for joining. And if you guys missed it before, you guys need to go check it out. We have. I need to make sure that I stop screen here and share it again. Make sure that you guys go ahead and check out our website. We not only have our cheat sheet out there, but we also have our live rankings, live weekly rankings. And right now, you can kind of go out there. You guys can play with this stuff too. Tight end, running back, quarterback, all that stuff. Play with that. We also have your fan chat that's out there too. Go check it out. All on our website, guys. Fantasy 15. We're shooting out articles for you guys as well too. Trevor, myself, Mark, and Ryan. So, any last words, Mark and Ryan, before we sign off?
No, just good luck. Good luck with all of your drafts that are coming up. Like you said, go check out the website and our weekly rankings, and then kind of go through there to see where they're at.
Yeah, I second that. I mean, check out the site. Make sure you check out all the rankings and come join our fantasy league. And Godspeed to everybody. Let us know what your draft punishment is.
Oof. Yeah. We don't have one in our league yet, but yeah, that'll be interesting for sure. Well, thanks everyone.
Come up with something.
Yeah, you'll have to put that in the fan chat. You're creative with that kind of stuff, so I'm sure you have some ideas in mind. But thanks, guys. Make sure that you follow us, like we said before, with our different social media. This will be available later on Spotify as well too. But go check us out on YouTube. We'll have some different giveaways this season as well too that I'll be announcing. So thanks so much for Fantasy 15, Mark, Ryan, and myself. Until next time, guys. See you next week, Wednesdays, every Wednesday at 9 p.m. Central Time. Thanks, guys.
Peace.